What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Yo, what's goody? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin', my people? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. We back to work. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? It better be juicy, son. New news. I got y'all, bro. I got y'all. I'm out here eating breakfast and let's go. Let's go. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? It's crazy this morning, bro. Like I told y'all. What's poppin', Dre? Like I told y'all, every morning with these people, it's always something, bro. It's always something every single morning. What's up? What's up? I don't like the vertical. Hey, bro, get used to it. White people are at early in the morning. Let's go. Happy birthday for me. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Happy birthday.
So sad.
But it didn't work out that way.
All came out around 6:41 this morning. So that just kind of gives us an idea of how early this happened and how long this has already been
What's
going
poppin'?
on
What's poppin'?
for over 2 hours now since this all happened. I know we've reiterated the information, but again, 3 people shot.
Discover your new need.
Hold up. I got y'all. Good morning, my people. Good morning.
And that's okay, Laura. That's what's been happening all morning. They're trying to get information. They want to put out the facts, not add to any more confusion.
Grand Rising. What's poppin'?
Multiple agencies. You've got ICE, obviously, where the shooting happened. You've got FBI involved, Homeland Security, Dallas County Sheriff's Office, Dallas Police Department, multiple agencies responding to this scene this morning about 6:40.
And our Scott Friedman, who's our investigative reporter, does an incredible job here at the station. He gave us some really good insight earlier about what happens inside of this building, really nondescript. You wouldn't know that it was there if it's not what you were looking for. It's part of the ICE enforcement and removals group. They are tasked with removing people from the country on specific violations.
Bro, people always call you when you on live. Let's see.
Get to some breaking news today because we are following this story closely. Hearing
In
about
Dallas.
heavy police presence at an immigration and customs enforcement facility. This is in Dallas. It's off Interstate 35 near Mockingbird.
Damn.
Now, we sent Natalie Haddad out as soon as we heard reports. We've reached out to Dallas police, and we do have our senior crime and justice reporter, Rebecca Lopez, reaching out to her contacts as well. She's actually on her way into the studio, but she is on the line right now. Okay, Rebecca, we know you have some great contacts out there. What are you hearing?
So I am hearing that DPD right now is looking for sniper or snipers that may have been on top of rooftops near buildings around the ICE facility. There have been 3 people wounded. According to sources, at least 3 people have been transported to the hospital. I was told by one of my sources that perhaps EMS couldn't go in immediately, and officers were transporting 1 or 2 of the wounded in their squad cars. And that's what we know at this point. They are, I don't know who the wounded are, as they have not been able to confirm that, but there was a bus of detainees nearby. We don't know if it's actually detainees that have been shot, but there has definitely been 3 people wounded, and they are looking for shooters that were possibly on nearby buildings. They're warning people to be very careful if they're in that area. You see a huge police presence because they are still looking for whoever shot and wounded at least 3 people near at the ICE facility there in northwest Dallas.
It's okay. Look, and the reason how I found out it was a Caucasian man is because I did my research. Let's see. A sniper died from a you know, you can't say this word either on YouTube, bro. They try to like mess up your channel, so we're gonna say he deleted himself early Wednesday morning after he shot 3 ICE detainees at Dallas ICE facility from a rooftop. So a sniper. Early in the morning, bro. Early in the morning, dog. Hold on. Let me show you I ain't cap, because a lot of people say I like the, a lot of people say it's cap, my title. No, it's not. Officials confirmed 2 of the ICE detainees have died. The third one was rushed to a hospital in critical condition. Police sources say the sniper, identified as a what? As a white male, was armed with a rifle on the roof. He shot him, he deleted himself as agents approached him. Damn. Early in the morning, dog. Early in the morning, dog.
Go to a website you love.
With what?
But it's crazy. They love saying, I'm going to keep talking about this, bro, because they love talking about the black community this, the black community that. But every day we've been reporting news on Caucasian people crashing out. And not just crashing out, by themselves, but they're taking people with them. This dude was on a roof early in the morning. Took out possibly 3 people early in the morning. This shit crazy. It's every day. This is every day.
With us now, Dana.
Yeah, Tricia McLaughlin, thank you so much for being here. You've had about, I think, 22 minutes since we last heard from you when you were on Fox and Friends. Is there any other information you have gathered that you could share with us now?
Yep.
Dana, we want to give you guys as much information, the American public, as much information as we possibly can, but details are very much still emerging. Right now we're praying for our law enforcement, for the detainees, and for the local law enforcement who is also on scene. We know that there were 3 fatalities, potentially detainees, not ICE law enforcement at this time, that there have been other injuries, and some individuals are in critical condition, and we'll get you that information as soon as possible. As far as the shooter goes, there was a self-inflicting gunshot wound, and he is dead. He's deceased. We believe that he was shooting at law enforcement and the detainees from an apartment building. Again, those details are still murky. It looked like it might have been a sniper or some sort of a long-form shot. But
now look, they said we have problems in our community, but every day they crashing out. Every day. I don't know if y'all see it, but every day is a Caucasian mass shooting. I'm talking about every day. Not just every other day, but it's every day. But meanwhile, you got raccoons, you got Caucasian people online talking shit about black people all day. But meanwhile, every day, at least for the last, I'm gonna say month, or a little over a month, these people been crashing out. And like I always say in my videos, if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. These people are really crashing out on their own people. How are you a Caucasian dude, but you shoot ICE detainees? Unless he was dating somebody who was, an immigrant or whatever, but bruh, this shit crazy. I don't know if y'all can like step back and think about that. Every day, these people crashing out. Every day.
as soon as we have more information, we will give that out. But we do ask the American public.
What's poppin',
please join
Jasmine?
us in praying,
A sniper took out
our law enforcement.
a sniper took out 3 ICE detainees in Dallas this morning. 3.
Been saying
A sniper, dog, Caucasian.
for months that the rhetoric around our law enforcement, particularly ICE, the dehumanization, the demonization, has spun so far out of control, and that someone is going to get hurt or someone's going to get killed. And we hope that's not today. But this must stop. And I do have to know, almost a month
Trying to hide your smile when you say they crashed out.
ICE field office, we actually had
it's crazy, Jasmine.
bomb threat there,
it's
a viable
crazy.
bomb threat. So We know that there
Shalom,
has
what's
been
poppin', Queen?
really out of control rhetoric
Yep,
and
this
threats
morning.
against them. And please join us in
Hey,
praying.
Ray, what's going on? What's poppin'? What's poppin',
Take your
Shakira?
message to heart. Thank you for that. Let's try and work through it piece by piece here. Can you confirm that this gunman fired from the rooftop first? Let's start there.
I'm sorry, I think we're having a little bit of an audio issue. If you wouldn't mind repeating that.
Yeah, no problem. Can you confirm that the gunshots came from a rooftop nearby? And if so, at what distance?
That's what we're looking at right now, Bill. I cannot confirm what distance, but as soon as we have that information available, we will bring it to you.
So let me try another one here. Our sources out of Dallas and the police department down there are saying no law enforcement officials injured. I think that's what you said a moment ago. 3 shot, 2 dead. The victims were being led into the building to be processed, to be repatriated. I would assume that is people that ICE has picked up, either on the streets of Dallas or somewhere in the state of Texas.
It's crazy, man.
We know our ICE law enforcement was not injured, but we're not sure about local security and other local law enforcement. It looks like there may have potentially been injuries there, but I can confirm that it looks like the detainees were among the victims.
Awkward question. How do you determine who was the target of these bullets? Was it the ICE agents or the detainees?
Either way, it's monstrous, but I think that this is something that Homeland Security Investigations is going to be looking at, as well as our partner law enforcement. We're going to get...
Hey, now think about that. The detainees, bro, ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe, bro. With their people, it don't matter. But they talk to you about black on black crime. They talk to you about all this stuff, and they try to gaslight black people, but they use the same old talking points. It's the same old stuff. They haven't updated their hate. I'm gonna say that again. They haven't updated their hate. They still talking about the same old shit that we done overcame. So they always just talking about that. But mind you, they never talking about what the Caucasian community is doing. Even the raccoons. The raccoons would never admit what Caucasians are doing to Caucasians. They not gonna admit that. Every morning I wake up, bro. Every day we going live and it's a mass shooting. This is crazy. This shit is crazy. Is this what happened to Texas active shooting? Yeah, in Dallas.
Get to the answers for the American people as soon as we can.
Tricia, one question about people who would be being led into this facility at this time of the morning. Are these people, in your experience, I know that you maybe not know specifically, but would these people be people that were just picked up overnight, or were they in process to be repatriated, deported, because they'd already been through their due process?
So this was not a detention facility. This is a field office, so this would be a short-term processing.
And look, let me show y'all something. This is how you know propaganda and the media is fake. Because if they hate black people so much, but you turn on the news, all you see is them unaliving their own people. Them harming their own people, bro. That's what we really starting to see. That's what we really starting to see now in the news. They harming their own people. They don't care, bro. 7 a.m., 6 a.m. When they, these dudes are real snipers. You talk about Kodak Black, sniper gang? Hell no. These dudes are sniping something every day. They sniping something every day. I'm sorry for my energy, but I'm on semen retention, so it is what it is. But they sniping something every day, bro. And they want to talk to us about 13% of the, what are you talking about? Your people are snipers. Your people are committing mass murder. What are you talking about? People crazy. Oh shit. Hold on, somebody said they malfunctioning. Bro, I'm dropping tomorrow. I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow, bro. I gotta add that. They malfunctioning. Oh shit. We understand it's Sabbath versus. I'm telling you, don't apologize for your energy, Shine on. Appreciate you, appreciate you. They worried about where the detainees came from instead of their own capping people. Exactly. We use police. They are the opposition, and there can be silver blackest.
So they would likely not have been on their way to being deported. It would
Quest
be
the
more
fire.
likely.
Let me screenshot
I
that.
can't speak to the exact specifics because it could be a case-by-case basis, but in this case, it's very likely that they had recently been arrested by ICE.
I see.
Okay, so Brooke Taylor confirms, our correspondent out of Dallas, says the following. I'll just read it. ICE Dallas also now on the record. No agents or officers hurt. The shooter shot detainees on way. Our crew, rather, is en route to the scene there. Trish, when you talk about a field office, what happens there?
Why did no one tell New York Drop?
So these are the same people that tell you, "Oh Jesus," but they up 6 in the morning shooting people. They people, immigrants, it don't matter. They shooting. These people don't like nobody, but they telling us to pray for Charlie Kirk. They telling us to have compassion, but they up 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, popping people. So make it make sense. But they, like I say, people love to talk shit because look, it's money making and talking shit about black people. It's money making. Now when you reverse it, Uno reverse, and you talk about Caucasian people, I don't know, you might get your channel taken down. Anything could happen. Anything can happen. But when you're not a sellout, bro, you really have to speak from the heart. When you're not a sellout, you have to tell it how it is because they don't mind telling the bad news about black people, but they hate telling the bad news about themselves. So that's when I come in. Because we have to hold them accountable. They call themselves holding black people accountable. Well, guess what? Uno reverse. We have to hold them accountable. Oh, hold on. Thank you for reminding me. We will watch this video on TikTok later on because that shit, I just saw it yesterday. That shit was funny as hell, bro. This how you know we cooked, bro. This how you know it don't matter, bro. How you gonna call black people this and that and violence? Trump, you had 34 felonies, dog. People still waiting on that list. And then you up there, you can't read. What are you talking about? That's why I say, bro, in this country, you could be anything you want, bro. Don't limit yourself, bro. Look at the president, dog. Look at the president, bro. Bro, when he became the president, bro, you know, I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop stressing about life. I'm gonna stop taking everything so serious, bro. I'm gonna stop, bro, because you out here worrying, and that dude who can't read is the president, dog. While you out here stressed out, come on, bro. Introvert, you on the road exposing. Oh, it's a must. Hello, what's up? It's a must. Okay, this is real white fatigue. I don't care who they shot. The immigrants, their own people. Look, this is real white fatigue, bro. Every morning you open your eyes, it's some shit going on with them. Oh, damn, the rapture. If they're a legit, the judge would have serious Trump. Hell no, them niggas locked in with Izzy. I can't say that name, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. He's locked in with them people. I can't say the name, I'm gonna say Izzy. He's locked in with them people, bro. He's not going to prison. He had to sign them papers. So that's why, see, I put two and two together, bro. Why you think he didn't go to prison, bro? Because he locked in with them people. Izzy, we're gonna say Izzy. He locked in with them people, bro. He not going to prison. So that's why he gotta do everything they say. He gotta do everything they say. So this country is really, like I say, bro, if you talk on that shit, they gonna really, you know, do something to your channel. But if you know, you know. What's popping, bro? Top of the AM, what's popping? The Lord probably up there laughing too. What? He gotta laugh because on earth, to these people, they want to call themselves supreme. How? Every morning they waking up, Izzy got the blackmail. What? Bro, that's why he ain't go to prison, bro. When have you heard of somebody having 34 felonies and still became the president, bro? He's locked in with them people, bro. He locked in. That's the only reason why he's free today. So he gotta do whatever they say, bro. Whatever they say. Like, let's be real. Since growing up, we never saw these people on TV. People from Izzy. We never saw, we heard about them. But now we seeing them on our timelines and shit. I'm like, what the hell going on? Speaking about selling your soul, your boy sold his soul to them people, bro. He sold his soul to them people, bro. Shout out to Introvert. Hey, appreciate you, Malachi. Always supporting. Appreciate you. Yeah, he works for them. That's it. He works for Izzy, bro. It's crazy. Izzy had every president in our lifetime. Exactly. But look, we never really saw them like we seeing them now. They got press conferences and shit. I'm like, what the hell going on? So it's they bold with this shit now. But your boy sold his soul, bro. Yeah. He the only one. See, he didn't. He didn't. And you see what happened to him. When you don't sell your soul as a president, you see what happens. They don't want to talk to you. They gonna pop you. They gonna pop your top. Like, it's over. It's over. That's facts, bro. JFK, he was like, man, I can't go along with that shit. And what they did to him. Yup. What they did to him, they popped him. They're crashing out all.
Our brave men and women of ICE work. But again, I do remind viewers that it was just a month ago to the date that there was a viable bomb threat here. So this location, it looks like
correction, that time has passed
through.
too.
We don't know how long this individual has been planning this act. It looks like he could have been watching to look at the processing and see what happens on a day-to-day basis at this Dallas field office. But this is all answers that Homeland Security investigation is going to get down to the bottom of.
Could we zoom out, Tricia, and tell me a little bit what you know about the possible bomb threats or threats across the country, where you're seeing them the most? We mentioned a few places, Massachusetts, Los Angeles, Chicago, but are there others? And
do y'all hear that? These people are at war, bro. This is a war amongst themselves. They at war amongst each other, bro. It's bomb threats every day, even some to HBCUs, but it's more bomb threats to their own people, bro. But they want you to think it's black people. No. See, they trying to distract you with the National Guards to New Orleans, to Chicago. They trying to distract you, bro. They taking out their own people now. Every day. Every day. The video I did about the dude in New Hampshire, when he walked into the the country club and shot those people, he yelled, what word did he yell, bro? It rhymes with Allenstein. Put a P on it. Before he shot that dude, he yelled out, free Allenstein. Put a P on it. That's what he said, bro. These people, exactly, bro. These people are at war with themselves, bro. This shit crazy, man. Yeah, that's what he said. At that country club in New Hampshire, he said, free Allenstein. That's what he said. Every day is a bomb threat. Every day is a sniper, bro. Like, sit back and think. These people are at war, bro. Pally and Izzy. Facts. That's what we'll call them, bro. Shout out to you. Pally and Izzy, bro. This is only, exactly, Cooking with Miss D. This is only, that's why I say, bro, as our people, all we gotta do is sit back and report what's going on, because they can't come back from this. After your boy Charlie Kirk got popped in the neck, bro, a lot of shit has changed, bro, within their own people. And we only, what, 9 months into Trump 4 years? It's only 9 months. All this shit didn't happen within 9 months. This dude still got, 3 years and some change left. Yeah, the wife is fake. Oh, hell yeah. Fake as hell.
Maybe the scope and the scale of the threats that you are dealing with on a daily basis and trying to figure out is it a real threat, is it not? I know you take all threats seriously, but I'm sure that all of these threats have ramped up in the last 9 months, and I'm curious what the scope and scale is so that our audience can understand how seriously you take it and how widespread the problem is.
Absolutely. Our law enforcement are facing a 1,000%.
They must stop giving.
Let's go, baby. All right.
Increase in assaults against them. That's just day to day doing their job. DHS is a law enforcement agency.
You heard
and
that?
They're simply
Listen.
enforcing.
And trying to figure out, is this a real threat, is it not? I
Listen,
know you take
listen.
all threats seriously, but I'm sure that all of these threats have ramped up in the last 9 months, and I'm curious what the scope and scale is so that our audience can understand how seriously you take it and how widespread the problem is.
Absolutely. Our law enforcement are facing a 1,000% increase in assaults against them. That's just day to day doing their job. DHS is a law enforcement agency, and they're simply enforcing the law that's on the books. What we're seeing is it's not just our officers as well. It's their family members are being doxxed, their children where they go to school, their spouses where they work. It's going on places like Rhetoric, the dark web. It's a very ugly thing, and as far as where we're exactly seeing these threats, we just saw out of Chicago over the weekend, we saw riots around one of our field offices, one of the processing centers for ICE. We saw our law enforcement were being pummeled with cans, they were being assaulted, their car tires were being slashed, and of course we see this out of Portland increasingly, and then out of...
See, a lot of us don't really care about what's going on in the world, like outside, but yeah, they popping immigrants and stuff like that, but they also harming each other. They sending threats, bro, to the cops, to their families. They doxing their whole families. Like, I'm talking about white people doing this to white people, bro. Yeah, they getting to immigrants too, but they doing this to their own people, bro. But they telling you about black on black crime. But on a larger scale, they attacking each other. They at war with each other. They sending bomb threats to their own people. They doxing their own people, bro. Every day, they doxing their own people. But the raccoons ain't gonna talk about this. They gonna talk about 13%, bro. Look at what's going on right now.
Out of Los Angeles recently with the surge in federal resources there. I mean, I think a lot of viewers will remember there was actually a protest or a riot where they started shooting at our law enforcement. It's absolutely unacceptable, and I do think it's incumbent really upon the media, upon politicians. We got to turn the rhetoric down. We don't want anyone to be hurt.
You see, they shooting at officers. Now, who you think just popping at officers like that? Black people not walking around and just popping and protesting at all. We ain't doing that. It's their own people, bro. But they not talking about that. You still got people wearing MAGA hats and shit like that. But even some people with MAGA saying that Trump is ruining the country. They even said it. All this politics shit, all it's done for is to divide us more and more. But like I tell people, you can't just tell black people to come together. No. Go to those sundown towns and tell them you don't see color, come together, and watch what they tell you. Watch what they tell you. Don't tell it to black people. Black people we don't have no issues. We should have an issue with everybody. We should have an issue with everybody. But we ain't walking around with no hatred in our heart, bro. That's everybody putting it on us. But this time, they can't do that. They are a civil war with their own people, bro. Because they let the propaganda really fool them. They really believe in this left and right shit. They believe in that shit, bro. They believe one day that the country is going to be... We talking about racism. Why you gotta talk about race? It's not about color. What are you talking about? This whole country was built off racism. What are you talking about? See, now I love that people can no longer hide behind religion. They can no longer hide behind fakeness. Because people love to act like race don't exist. They love to act like that. But I traveled this country for 10 years, over the road, 10 years. Wherever you go in this country, most of the country is sundown towns, bro. We have our little black areas here, there. Most of this country is sundown towns, bro. Why you think when things happen to black people in sundown towns, no one knows anything? Those twins in Georgia at the top of the mountain, no one saw anything, bro. You tell me twins got shot on top of a mountain and no one saw anything? All of a sudden the cameras don't work. In this sundown town you go to, all of a sudden no one knows anything. That's why I say, see, they stick on code, right or wrong. So when you come to my channel and why he not talking down on black people? Because I'm not. Because nobody tell Caucasian people, when they're people, they can unalive somebody. Guess what they gonna do? They go raise money. They raise money for Daniel Penny. After he choked out a black young man, they raised millions for him. So I'm always stick with my people, right or wrong. It is what it is.
We don't want anyone to get killed. This is an awful, awful day.
Wise words. Trish, give us a better sense
Facts.
of how ICE is operating.
Gotta stay on code with your people, bro.
Texas. Like, how many field offices would there be in Dallas?
Stuck together
And
when those.
If you're a
Facts.
detainee, let's say, and you're brought to this area and you're processed, where do you go from that field office? And how long does it take to be on a plane and be sent back to a country that perhaps you came from?
Well, it's very much a case by.
Now look, I bet you this shooter was probably a Caucasian dude who believed he was closer to God. He read his Bible. He was probably one of those dudes, bro. That's what they believe. They believe they closer to God. So guess what he gonna do? He gonna get on the roof and shoot immigrants. At the end of the day, these still people, and like getting on a roof and just shoot. That's what they do, bro. That's all they known for. They haven't created nothing. They haven't built nothing. Nothing, bro. This what they known for. This all they know. This all they know. So when they tell you black women not smart enough and shit like that, bro, how is Charlie Kirk going to tell you that black women are not smart when he dropped out of high school? And the only reason why he got to where he's at because someone found him. A rich Caucasian dude found him, took him under his wings, and just told him to talk. That's it. He didn't earn nothing. They never earned nothing. They never earned nothing. Never. They tapped in with them people from Izzy. Yeah, they lying. He was carried. They are going to call good evil, and I'm telling you, bro, these are the same people who talk about Jesus and they get on the roof and pop somebody. The same people. The same people talk about Jesus used to watch our ancestors hanging from a tree, and they used to all get together and watch that shit. They'll still do it today because your boy said it. Your boy said we should have more public executions. And see, a lot of people, how can I put this? A lot of things he was saying and people trying to take up for him, like if you commit a crime, you should be executed publicly and stuff like that. See, he knew what he was doing. He was trying to play both sides, but he knew what he was doing. He knew that a lot of black men are like falsely accused. He knew that. So if you falsely accused and they bring back public execution, he knew it would be more black men getting executed. He knew that. Just look on the news. How many black people spent 40 years in prison and they just found out they didn't do the crime? The results came, the DNA came back. Come on. If this still happening, bro, they will lock you up just to say they found somebody, bro. Just to get a raise on their job, bro. They will lock you up and you didn't even commit the crime, bro. So he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, bro.
By case
Kirk actually came
basis,
from
we're
a
trying
well
to,
to do.
you know,
See?
make this process as seamless and less onerous, not just for the migrant themselves, but also for
See?
federal
Shit
resources.
crazy, man.
So we try to get these
Hey, love
detainees
you.
from the
Shout out to you,
facility
Janae.
to a detention center that's close geographically, as well, likely places that have the ability to transport people from that detention facility back to their home country or back to the country that they will ultimately live after they've gone through due process in the proper immigration system.
Okay, I don't want to be so particular about this, but I really think like the American public, we're just trying to understand like how ICE operates. And this is a really good case here that you could help explain.
What's poppin'?
You know, the system and how it works. So I assume if you're a migrant, you're here illegally, and you're wanted for a crime, maybe in this country or another country, that you would be taken to this field office. And from the field office, what do you have your case heard? Are you taken to this prairie land facility that we mentioned a short time ago? Like,
I am too cute.
How does this all come together? How's it working?
Yeah, again, it is a case-by-case basis. So some of them will be there for average is about 72 hours, but it could certainly be longer. Ultimately, they would be in that detention facility, and that's the last place that they would be before, like you mentioned, Prairie Land. That's the last stop before that they would head up.
Say goodbye to your...
He said they're stressing us out. I'm telling you.
News alert reports say 3 people have been critically injured at a Dallas ICE facility after shots rang out this morning.
Police responded to calls around 7 a.m. local time. Agents reportedly approached the suspect, who then apparently shot himself.
Let's go to Griff Jenkins in studio with some of the information that he's learning. Do we have Griff?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Lawrence, Ainsley, and Brian. This is what ICE fears most, and that is an attack on them. Fox can confirm through ICE sources that there was this attack this morning at the Dallas facility. Shots were fired into the sally port of this facility along the freeway there in Dallas, and the ICE confirms that the shooter is down, a self-inflicted wound, and that 3 individuals have been hit. Their condition unknown. We're continuing to try and learn more about this as you look live here and can see the tremendous law enforcement response. But ICE telling me in no clearer way that they call this, quote, a clear attack on ICE. Now, this comes as we have seen a more than 1,000% increase of assaults on ICE officers. And now this morning, tragically, we're learning that this shooter apparently fired indiscriminately into the sally port. Unclear whether ICE officers or detainees or who may have been injured, but at least 3 individuals have been shot. The shooter is down through a self-inflicted wound. We'll bring you more as we get it, guys.
Just working back some sources back and forth here. And by the way, this information is very fluid. But from what I'm hearing from my sources, this happened as they were unloading some of these detainees when the shots started to...
So you have to realize with these people, bro. You have to realize something. Somebody just said so much misinformation from Fox. You're going to get that because they have to make their own people look good. Let's be real. That shooter was probably aiming at those officers. He probably did hit some officers. But Fox not going to tell you that. Matter of fact, they not going to show you the shooter. Now, if the shooter was black, we all know the shooter from, I forgot his name. He was from Dallas. And he went like on a shooting spree. He was shooting at cops or something like that. What his name was? He like, I forgot his name. But it's a Dallas shooter. He's a black dude. I forgot his name, bro. That's his name right there? Yeah, and Mekhi Johnson. Now, mind you, remember, when he was on the news, they posted all his pictures all day. Notice, we just went from news outlet to news outlet, and they never showed the dude's face, bro. It takes them forever to show their right or wrong. I told y'all, they stay on cold no matter what. We still haven't saw his face. Yeah, Makai, okay. I remember him. I remember when he did what he did and they had him all over the news, face, everything. We don't have no picture of this dude, bro. Appreciate you, Wani. Appreciate you for that. We have no picture of this dude at all. But if it was somebody black, it would be all over. And I'm not trying to like race bait or like none of that. I'm just saying, we still haven't seen his face. Why can't they show us his face? It takes them all day. But when it's a black woman, black man, face, you got the family face, you got their family animal, the family dog, the house they grew up in. They show you everything. But when it's them, you gotta wait. It's crazy, bro.
Ring out. Are you hearing the
Exactly.
That's exactly right, Lawrence, and that's why I mentioned that Sally Port. So apparently it occurred when detainees were being brought into the Sally Port. This shooter, we're not sure exactly where he was located, but was able to shoot into that Sally Port and struck at least 3 people. That shooter now is down from this self-inflicted wound, so we may not know exactly what his plan was, what they were intending to do, other than to shoot people this morning at an ICE facility. We're learning more as we get it, and particularly we're interested, obviously, in learning about the conditions of the 3 individuals that were struck this morning.
Yeah, that's I-35. The east side is where you see most of the traffic. People are probably slowing down to watch and see what's going on. Look at all of the police cars. There's so many lights that go all the way up to the top. This is the access road in Texas. You have your main highway, and then you always have those access roads that run alongside or parallel to the highway.
Hey, Griff, I also noticed that some people are reporting the sniper was on a rooftop. Have you heard that?
So we don't have that confirmed ourselves, but I'm talking directly to ICE authorities, and we're going to learn more about that. But I did see a local report that there would be a rooftop. And Brian, as you look at both the map on our screen as well as the surrounding area of the law enforcement response, you can see several rooftops. And for anyone that's, been to a facility like this, the Sally Port is sort of the wide open garage where you bring detainees, excuse me, not just in ICE, but in law enforcement. The police station, if you will, there's a place where they bring these people to be processed in. And so if indeed this individual is able to find a rooftop with a direct line of sight into that Sally Port, that would be tremendously dangerous. But we'll learn more, I guess, as we hear from the ICE authorities directly.
So just big picture as we zoom in on the story, Griff, this is the second facility in Texas to be attacked where an agent has been shot. We don't know if an agent was shot in this case, but it's the second attack that we've...
You heard him? You heard him tell the truth? First they said no agents was shot, but he just told the truth. You see, you gotta listen to him. He just told the truth. Listen.
And for anyone that's, been to a facility like this, the Sally Port is sort of the wide open garage where you bring detainees, excuse me, not just in ICE, but in law enforcement. The police station, if you will, there's a place where they bring these people to be processed in.
Watch.
And so if indeed this individual is able to find a rooftop with a direct line of sight,
watch, he said an agent was hit. Watch.
That would be tremendously dangerous. But we'll learn more, I guess, as we hear from the ICE authorities directly.
So just big picture as we zoom in on the story, Griff, this is the second facility in Texas to be attacked where an agent has been shot. We don't know if an agent was shot in this case, but it's the...
You see? He told the truth. At first they said an agent wasn't shot, but he just said this is the second time an agent has been shot. You have to listen to him clear because sometimes they'll mess up. An agent was shot, and I don't believe dude deleted himself. I believe they probably, did it for him, but they ain't gonna tell us all that, bro. Like I tell you, this is especially Fox, CNN, they all have an agenda, bro. So that's why they gonna show you dude face. This is a Caucasian dude. Hold on, let me show you. Because I don't be capping. And I make sure I do my research before I just pop out. Officials confirmed 2 of the ICE detainees have died. The third was rushed to a hospital in critical condition. Police sources say the sniper, identified as a white male, was armed with a rifle on the roof. He shot himself as agents approached him. But then they say, oh, we don't know if he was on a rooftop or... You see?
Second attack that we've experienced in Texas, they had started to reinforce some of these buildings, bring in more assets to
Exactly.
protect them. Yet something like this still happens, Griff.
Wealthfront offers a cash account that...
Stop lying.
Yeah, and it's a great point that you raise,
It's a real
Lawrence,
level.
because
Hey, appreciate you.
what you will likely see, and we're already seeing it. Remember, I was on the
pale horse
first
is
couple of
really...
days out in Chicago for Operation Midway Blitz, and the ICE facility there, the Broadview facility, if you will, the protesters can get right up to the gate. I'm hearing that they're already, even before this morning, starting to harden that perimeter around that for fears of attacks. And remember, we have heard from ICE officials time and time again that it is the Democrat rhetoric, some of the hateful rhetoric towards ICE agents, that drives incidents just like the one we're watching tragically play out this morning on our screens. And that's why they are trying to secure these areas even more so.
You see what he said? Even though someone just popped some immigrants or whatever, probably aiming for the officers, this dude want to say it's the Democrats' fault. And you see the propaganda Fox has the MAGA people in, bro. It's all propaganda. They want you to hate left, right, but it's the same bird. You talking about left wing, right wing, it's the same goddamn bird. They never go fix anything. You got to understand something about this country. If they fix anything, they don't make money. Crime pays. So they depend on crime because that's how they get paid. Why would they fix anything? So even for the election, never really trust in that. Your local officials, yeah, that's important. Your local officials, but for the election, bro, either president, bro, they will never fix anything because they fix the problem. They don't make money. They need the problems. Matter of fact, they need more problems. The bigger the problems, the more money they make. So why would they fix anything? What's pop? Appreciate that, Q. Why would they fix anything? Think about that. Why would they fix anything? Matter of fact, they're going to make shit worse. And look at it. The world seems like it's like, damn. Some people even said yesterday was supposed to be the rapture. That's how bad this shit got. People waiting on the rapture, bro. People wait on the rapture, bro. That's how bad this shit got, bro. They need crime. Crime pays, bro. Why would they fix anything? Why would they fix anything? They need that money. They need the big homes. They need the vacations. Because guess what? Like Corey Holcomb always say, they don't want to be back out on the streets with regular, everyday people. So they have to keep the crime going. If they got to put some chicken in the hood to make everybody go crazy, put their ingredients in that chicken, they go do that. If they got to build another plant near black people to keep them going crazy, they go do that. If they got to put rappers and make them violent, they go do that. But see, people, they love to, I don't know why I'm talking that much today, but it is what it is. Hey, I'm on semen retention. I ain't gonna say it's like celibacy, but it's when you just go however long you want to go without anything sexual, bro. So my energy is on fire. But like I was saying, people don't give black people the grace when they commit crimes. No one ever says, damn, the government did create the projects. It was a project. No one ever says that and gives, they call you an animal, lock them up. Like your boy said on TikTok, lock them up. That's how they think, bro. Like your boy said on TikTok, lock them up. But when it's Caucasian people, they give them grace. Oh, we need to come together. Everybody need to watch Remember the Titans so we can come together. Oh, the world's just crumbling. I'm like, look, bro, black people's world been crumbling, but we always figured it out. We always been at war in our own country, but we always figure it out. But now that Caucasian people are going through it, now the rapture is coming, life is over. No. You go deal with this shit. I'm gonna remind you every day. Every day, I'm gonna look in your eyes and I'm gonna remind you what your people are doing. Where's your father? I thought you grew up in a 2-parent household. What's going on? I'm gonna remind you every day. Yeah, I'm that petty. And it don't make me miserable. I sleep like a baby. I sleep like a baby. So every day, I'm turning this shit up. Because guess what? Even though look, bro, even though Dr. Umar did what he did, he's not perfect or whatever like that. And he low-key kind of sold out the other day, but not here or there. But if they would have popped Dr. Umar in the neck, imagine how many people would be trolling black people all day, every day. They would have popped Dr. Umar in the neck on television. They would have been trolling black people all day, every day. It would have been videos. It would have been all types of shit. So I'm just that type to keep the same energy because I learned in life, you have to give people back the same energy. If they giving you, if they being violent towards you and the whole time you just turn the other cheek, letting them slap you, bro, you don't get nowhere with that. People leave you alone when you give them the same energy. It's like a bully. It's like a bully getting bullied, and then one day you say, you know what? I'm about to go to school and just punch you right in the face. That bully gonna be your best friend. That bully gonna be your best friend, bro. That's how you gotta handle people. So people can't, a lot of people get gaslighted, bro. I can't get gaslighted. The older I get, I'm like Tupac on that movie, I think it's called Juice. He was like, I don't give a fuck. The older I get, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't, bro. I don't. So every day we gonna hold them accountable. I'm gonna do lives, I'm gonna do videos because they never heard nobody talk to them like this, bro. This situation showed me that for YouTube checks, people will really sell out and put on a MAGA hat, bro. They will put on a MAGA hat, bro. Your own people. But they wouldn't wear it outside. They gonna wear it in their house. They're not gonna wear it outside. Because you gotta understand something about cowards. They don't want no confrontation in the real world. But they will wear a MAGA hat inside their house. Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. Damn, I zoned out. That's true and sad. Look at what they did to ridicule his cancer. Yeah.
From potential threats, as you've got, as I mentioned, a 1,000% plus increase on assaults on agents.
Also, think about this. The cops responded to a shooting at an ICE facility. In certain cities, it's very hard to get the cops to respond to ICE. They're not allowed to coordinate. In situations like this, even if this was a sanctuary city, they would respond though, right?
100%, Brian. Listen, when shots ring out, every law enforcement officer is going to run towards it because that's what they're sworn to do, to protect and uphold the law. But, you know, whether or not it's a sanctuary city or not, you certainly draw a line when any violence, not just shootings, but obviously even the assaults. It's something that I think you are going to see ICE respond to very strongly today in public statements about not tolerating this sort of attack.
So just some background here. I know yesterday in Fort Worth, Texas, which is a suburb of the DFW Metroplex, there was a big
All right, let's change y'all.
ICE.
Y'all getting boring. Y'all getting boring. Let's go. Somebody said, I know that he not screaming like this. Look, bro, let me tell you something about me. I know people scream the way they like live scream and stuff, but I do what's fun for me. To me, this is fun. I'm working. Just like I write, look, just like I write in my videos and I read, I like doing stuff so I can feel. I don't want to do stuff the easy way because it makes me lazy. When I'm doing this, doing that, I feel like, I feel active. So I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to copy nobody, bro. I don't follow trends. I just don't do it. I'm a live screen the way I live screen. It might look outdated, but it's fun to me. I'm active. I'm not just sitting clicking the mouse. No, I can't do it. I know it's the easy way, but I don't know. I just never like doing things the easy way, bro. It's boring. To me, this is fun. This is fun,
When the 911 calls came in saying that there was a shooting at the ICE facility off Stemmons Freeway, 3 people shot, 3 detainees, at least 1 dead.
Facts.
Dallas police found the shooter dead on top of a building. They say that individual died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
And with all of this, we've been following it from...
I'm like, damn, y'all ain't gonna show the shooter face? Like, we ain't gonna see his face? Like, what's going on? What's like...
outside of that gated area behind the ICE building where the detainees were being loaded off at the time.
We're hearing from federal officials as well as local officials, with Governor Greg Abbott releasing a statement on social media saying, in part, Texas fully supports ICE. Both the Texas Department of Public Safety and Texas National Guard work closely with ICE. This assassination is what the governor is calling it. Will not slow our arrest, detention, and deportation.
Exactly.
Of immigrants. This statement again.
Oh yeah, he's definitely white. Look, like I say, I do my research, bro. I make sure I do my research before I even, do a video or a live. This is real life, like white fatigue, bro. Every morning, these people don't stop. Officials confirmed 2 of ICE detainees have died. The 3rd one was rushed to a hospital in critical condition. Police sources said the sniper, identified as a white male, was armed with a rifle on a roof. You know why Rockstar, he is too light. And see, I noticed something. with Caucasian people. So now they not, when it's their people committing the crimes, they say, oh, that's a leftist. So they not even acknowledging them, bro. They say, oh, that's a leftist. That's not our people. So that's what they doing now, bro. They trying to divide themselves with what party you go for. No, either you call, because when it's, like I say, when it's black people, they don't say, oh, that's a good black man. He goes to work. No, you make one mistake and your mugshot is on Facebook. The comment sections, they trolling you. They trolling you. They go say the usual suspect. They troll. You could be a hard-working man. You could be a hard-working man. And, we all get in trouble here and there, or we do something. Really, as a grown man, you can't really get in trouble. But we all go through things in life. So you get a mugshot on Facebook, it's over for you. They gonna troll you. No matter how hard you work, they gonna troll you all day.
They're saying that we work well with ICE and the Dallas Police Department to get to the bottom. Again, his description, the governor's description, assassin's motive. The governor says we will offer ICE additional support to assist in their operation.
And so you were just talking about 6:40.
Are you going to troll?
Initial calls started coming into the Dallas Police.
Tyler Vandale said, are you going to troll us? Nah, like it's too easy to troll y'all. You know, it's too easy. So I'm just showing what y'all doing every day. You know, and I don't see no Caucasian content creators talking about this. I don't see no raccoons talking about this. So you know, I have to talk about this. I have to because Whitey never showed his face. Like, what are we doing?
Here's what they heard as people were calling 911 to say they saw a shooter.
Checking the cameras and have seen at least 3 people shot.
Come on.
Multiple people shot. 45 people.
Come on.
Okay, on the wall building.
I don't give a duck. Shout out to Dre, man.
That there's a guy on top of the building at the law office that overlooks.
Times to call them raccoons.
Again, that was a call that got Dallas police in motion this morning where
Hold
they
on.
discovered
Listen to the caller.
at the ICE facility. Definitely witnesses
have been shot, at least 1 dead. And to give you kind of an insight of what's going on, we are paying close attention to what happens with what was an empty dark bus and see what it looks like when it leaves that facility, whenever it does. Back to you.
All right, Larry Collins is one of our many reporters tracking every bit of information as
Good morning. All I didn't hear about this. Yeah, what's popping, Jody? What's popping?
Past 10 o'clock on
Raccoons are in second place. Facts.
Recap what we know at this point from a source with direct knowledge of what is happening. Again, this was about 6:40 this morning when the 911 calls came in saying that there was a shooting at the ICE facility off Stemmons Freeway. 3 people shot, 3 detainees, at least 1 dead. Dallas police found the shooter dead.
Now look, your boy Charlie Kirk was talking about gang violence. The biggest gangs in the world. Think about this. Step back and think, because sometimes you have to like step back and think. Who are the biggest gangs, bro? Police officers. Bruh, think about the politicians. Blue and red. Democrats, MAGAs. Bro, that's a gang and within itself. We seeing what they doing right now. That's a gang within itself, bro. Those people take politics so serious, but they don't even know this all a propaganda. They really stuck in the propaganda, bro. Trump don't give a damn about them. Trump said it like smart people hate him. That's what he said. Smart people hate him. So guess who loves him? And I don't like calling people dumb because to me, my mama, my grandmother, she taught me certain words you just don't say, like stupid, dumb. I don't call people dumb, but Trump says that smart people hate him, bro. He said that. So who loves him? Bro, sometimes I crack myself up, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
On top of a, well, we remember
he loves to pull it. Exactly.
Shootings that we've seen here in the course of the last several weeks. That information trickles in slowly.
See?
There's got to be search warrants that are obtained, oftentimes through cell phone providers and other agencies. So those are the things that these federal investigators are going to be working here through the next several.
Hey, I finally figured it out too. I finally figured it out. You know how those videos when we was, let's say like in our 20s or something on YouTube, you would hear like what his name is. Cardone, he's a real estate agent, but he's a Caucasian real estate agent. I think his name is Greg Cardone or something. Or somebody like, what his name is? Gary V. And they always telling you, oh, don't go to college. I understand why they was doing that, bro. These people, man, sometimes this shit make you want to cry for real because when you start to figure out how this world really operates, bro, they put these people in position to tell you, don't go to college. You know why? Because they want to keep their people elevating. They want to keep their people the doctors. They want to keep their people the lawyers. They want to keep their people in position. So guess what? When black women start going to college, guess what they do then? They start saying, oh, your degrees don't matter. Oh, we gonna lay you off. You see what they did? They gonna lay off all these black people on purpose because to them it's a race. They like to act like race don't exist, but that's why it's called racism. It's a race. They want their race at the top. So they're gonna have content creators on YouTube telling you don't go to college. They doing that on purpose so their people can be the lawyers. Their people can be the doctors. They do that on purpose. I thought about that. I'm like, damn. And a lot of people fell for it. And I'm not saying like college isn't for everybody. It's not for everybody. But if we want things to work in our favor, we do need black lawyers like Johnny Cochran. We do need black doctors. We do need black nurses. We do need black engineers. We do need black judges like that's for the people, because a lot of black judges, bro, they really be for the other side, but that's another video for another day. So they really finessed us, bro, telling you not to go to college. But it's a cold game, bro. Somebody said free R. Kelly, bro. I'm crazy. Yes, indeed, it's It's crazy, man. The sad thing, I actually believe when I was a kid, the whole America, everyone has equal nonsense. Yeah, it's crazy, man. This country was built off race, dog. So somebody said free R. Kelly, bro. That's why I love going live, bro. You just never know what you gonna see. You all need some black swimmers. Walter Davis, I agree. I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but I would love to see black swimmers in the Olympics. So I agree. I'll share the effing files. Come on, bro. That's it. That's the whole thing right there. Those files, bro. They don't want it. They're going to talk about everything else. They're going to tell you it's crime in Chicago. It's crime in Memphis. It's crime in New Orleans. But the whole time, these dudes was on an island with underage girls. Like, what are they talking about? They was on a whole island with underage girls, but they telling you black people are born criminals. But they had a whole island. You gotta think about this shit. They had a whole island with underage girls, but they telling you black people were born criminals. Think about this shit, bro. Think about this shit, man. Every time you open up Facebook, it's a Caucasian teacher that's doing something to her kids. It's a Caucasian pastor, whatever you call them, doing something to kids. Or it's a random, in the rural areas in the country, they watching all type of stuff on their laptop. Every day, bro. Every single, I know y'all see it on Facebook all day, every day. It's like non-stop, bro. And I figured it out. What they meant, and like I say, the black community, like, we not perfect, but I figured it out, bro. What they meant to cause us harm and do things to us is backfiring on their own people. So they divided because they really believe in this red and blue. My state is red. Your state is not red. Like, what are you talking about? Somebody said I'm in a red state. What? I'm in a blue state. Like, these are grown people. These are grown people saying I'm in a blue state. You see how the Matrix just gets people, bro? You're not in a blue state, bro. You're not in a red state, bro. Shit crazy, man. I'm sorry I'm snapping, y'all. My bad. Ask Harry Tubman's family. We worked for 500 years with no rate. Exactly. Peace integrated chat. What's popping? FBA swimmer and get kicked out the door. Membership.
Who's going to be looking at those ballistics, who's going to be going through and trying to find, again, the information that's associated. Laura and Deborah booked that weapon that was used.
All right, this is live, y'all. This is live with here. Red, blue, exactly.
Here more here in just a few minutes. The rain has cleared off here just for a little bit, so just making things a little bit easier out here for those crews. that are responding here to collect that evidence.
All right, Jordan rapped last night.
We're waiting any moment now to hear from both local and federal agencies in response to all of this. Deborah, Laura?
All right, Shannon, thank you. I want to bring you, though, this statement that we have from immigrant.
See, I don't let nothing go. Somebody said preaching reparations with a spiral staircase. Bro, what does spiral staircase mean? Let me bust your bubble, bro. This building and those stairs were built in the 1930s, bro. What they got to do with anything? And sometimes I feel stupid because I might be talking to a bot, but this bot about to get it, bro. You got to get it, bro. This building was, those stairs was built in the 1930s, bro. What does that have to do with anything, bro? This ain't no luxury, dog. This was built, see, this how far American has gone from creating things, bro. They never, like, everything is boring now. See, I don't like boring homes. I don't like soulless homes. So if I gotta live in something that was built in the 1930s, I'm gonna do that. Because when I live somewhere, I have to feel energy, bro. I can't just live in a motherfucking, what you call that shit? Like some modern hotel. I can't live like that, bro. Luxuries, it's cool, but I love things that have some character to it. It has to have character to it. And I hate to say it, the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s, it was character in whatever they built, bro. From the cars, the homes, everything. They had character when they built things back then. Now they just throw up homes. Now they just throw up stairs. They don't take their time to make beautiful spiral stairs no more. They just throw up stuff because they money hungry. Back in the day, like the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, they had the best cars. Come on, bro. That's it. Copy and paste houses, bro. Like, who wants that, man? Who wants to live in it? Who wants to come home? And look, I found this home by mistake, bro. Like, all this is like mirrors. I saw this, I'm like, oh yeah, I need this. Mirrors everywhere with the stairs. I know it was built in the 30s, but I still love this shit. Because when I come home, it's like, I feel home. I don't want to come home to a perfect, that's just not me, bro. I love vintage. I love old style stuff. I just do, you know. I'm never a luxury type dude, no matter how much money I got. Never be that. That's it, man. You don't want a house that looks like everybody else's house. You don't want that.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement, they have now sent out one saying that this morning at the Dallas Ice Field.
1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep y'all right here. I'll be right back.
The shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This violence against our ICE law enforcement must stop. Please keep the victims and their families in your thoughts and your prayers.
All right, just one of many statements in response to what's happening this morning in Dallas. We want to get back now to our Larry Collins, a couple of blocks from the crime scene. Larry, I understand you've got some new information we just learned.
Yeah, good morning. So we're getting our first indication of what it was like inside of that ICE facility when all this happened.
Overpriced. Exactly. Our home has a laundry chute to the basement built in the 1920s deep. Come on, man. All right, y'all. This, they ain't gonna show his face, so we can just chat it up. Walter, go take your morning meds to calm you in racism. Diamond funny. It's called Deco Style. Yes, they are built in the 30s. Exactly, man. See, like, I love that shit, man. I love a home with some character in it, bro. I love a home with some character. And some story behind it. You know, I like my cars like that. The homes. I don't know. I just love it, bro. That's why I love New York. You know? To get murdered, the app. I saw that. I believe it, bro. Like, come on, man. We can't be surprised at these dudes. I have a black art in my home. I brought a fixture upper and added. That's it, man. That's the best thing about life, bro. I feel like once you are not, I feel like once you no longer like caught up in materialism stuff, you can really be happy in life. It's people that just ride around and find old stuff and put it back together. It's people that really do that, bro. Like for a hobby, bro. And it keeps them happy, Instead of just buying new things. What happens when you buy, you could buy the latest Mercedes, bro. The first 2 weeks, you gonna enjoy that shit. But people, I don't know, it depends if you like cars or not. I love old school cars. So to me, like I say, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s, bro. The cars they made, they timeless. Now we got cars that are just plastic. We got plastic ass cars now, bro. Like, what can it not grind? Dude said you feel white. That the heck he mean? Shit crazy. Yeah, some people have skill for that. I wish I knew how to fix. Hey, you can, like, YouTube can teach you anything, man. Definitely old school. I love cars from the 70s. Hell yeah. I just watched a review on cars and they had Mercedes built to last until the warranty ends. That's it, bro. See, hold on. Let's talk about that. Now everything is a gimmick. You pay off your car. As soon as you're about to pay off your car, guess what happens? The car start acting up. As soon as you're about to pay it off, it starts acting up. Or they give you a warranty on the engine. They got all games with that shit. It's all type, everything about games, bro. The more luxury they know that you, and nothing wrong with luxury, nothing wrong with that. But when they know you have a urge for luxury and stuff like that, they can play you, bro. That's why a lot of these cars are electric. It's crazy, man. To them, they want to make profit. They're going to make profit however they can make it. They're going to make their profit. I've recently gotten weird fascination. Oh, see? I'm telling you, bro, that old style, nothing like it. Facts. Nothing is built to last. Nothing built to last, man. I can't live in nothing unless I build my own home or something like that. But if I'm buying a home, it has to be something old that can withstand something. Now, tornadoes come and hurricanes come and they just wipe out a whole neighborhood. Back in the day, people still had their homes still standing. Now, bro, tornado wipe out a whole neighborhood, bro. I always say you at least have to have a home that can withstand storms, bro. Capitalism, that's it. Old schools can always be rebuilt, new car. Facts. Caveman empire crashing. Man, I'm making a video about that too. We doing a video about this. Tomorrow I'm dropping a video about that. Tomorrow I will be dropping a video about that. But everybody, I appreciate y'all for joining live this morning. This was a great live, man. When they show his face, I'm gonna probably go live again. But they still haven't showed the shooter's face. I like bricks, built homes. That's it. So y'all, I'm out. I'm about to go, probably go to the gym, and I'm gonna be back. And you know, dumbass of the year. Appreciate you. Peace and love. His picture is on Fox News. It is. Hold up. It says picture on Fox News. Let's go.
At one of my facilities, and I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing acts of violence against ICE employees.
So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Again, thank you all so much. As it was said here today, if you do have any information,
Damn,
reach
she
out to
cute.
1-800-call FBI. Thank you.
Hey, she cute. She needs to arrest me.
Thank you.
Come arrest me.
This needs to stop. Violence.
This is real white fatigue, bro. This is real white fatigue. Say a little baddie. This is real white fatigue, bro. But see, they're trying to blame the Democrats. No, it's your own people. You see the games they playing?
Violence is wrong. Politically motivated violence is wrong.
Mayo
2
fatigue.
weeks ago today that we saw a political assassination in Utah.
Listen.
That tore the heart out of much of this country. This is the third
What's
shooting
poppin'?
in Texas directed at ICE or CBP.
Every day.
This must stop. To every politician who is using rhetoric, demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, stop. To every politician demanding that ICE agents be doxxed and calling for people to go after their families, stop.
This better.
Has very real consequences. Look, in America, we disagree, that's fine, that's the democratic process. But your political opponents are not Nazis. We need to learn to work together without demonizing each other, without attacking each other.
I said, don't stop.
I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the brave men and women of law enforcement. I want to say thank you to the brave men and women of ICE and CBP and everyone who puts their lives on the line to keep us safe. The divisive rhetoric tragically has real consequences. I hope that every one of us will pray. Number one, for the safety of law enforcement that are risking their lives to keep us safe. Number two,
exactly, nothing.
For the health of those who were shot and injured today. We still don't know the full details of who was injured, but for the families also of the victims of this shooting. Violence has no place. It is wrong. And we should come together. If we want to have a debate about immigration policies, we can do so in the halls of Congress without demonizing each other, and especially without demonizing the men and women who every day...
Notice how we haven't seen no picture of the shooter, no picture of people who got shot. None. They just talking political shit, bro. This is all... They turn everything to politics. Everything for them is politics. Because you got to understand, that's when they can make their most money when they in office. They trying to make the most money they can while they are in office. Because when they out, they probably got to do some bullshit other job. So they trying to make the most money they can make. Everything is about politics, bro. We haven't seen the people that was shot. We haven't seen the shooter. Nobody.
They put on a badge and go risk their lives to keep us
It's
safe.
on Fox 5? Okay.
And we should not be putting language out there that inspires madmen.
Did they shoot the ICE agents? They say they did. They said they shot the agents and detainees, but they giving mixed information, bro. Hold on.
Violence is wrong and it needs to stop.
Somebody says on Fox. 1 second.
In this city, we don't...
We at work, baby. We working.
Additional questions from law enforcement. Again, I'd like to respect the fact that this is an ongoing investigation, and as more details come available, I understand.
See, they asked for the names of the victims.
The only thing I can say right now is no law enforcement was injured this morning as at this time. We'll come back to you later today or in the coming days when we have additional information. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Again, you were just listening to that press conference out of Dallas, Texas, where there was a deadly shooting on an ICE facility. 4 people shot, 2 dead, including the shooter.
Oh, yes, white guy.
Reporters pressing authorities, trying to get some information about who that other
victim
might be. The other person
these news reporters getting kind of
who died in
pretty.
this violence. It's my understanding that authorities are not going to do that right now because they still need to notify next of kin. That is protocol in these situations. To give you
Somebody said focus. Hey, like Dr. Umar say, focus. This how they get you. This how they get you stuck in the matrix, bro. I get it. It's all a game. They get the prettiest women they can get to be news reporters. And this what they do, bro. See, they almost just got me. They almost just got me. Somebody said focus, and I snapped out of it. So hold on. Who said focus? Stacia. Okay, she said focus. See, I needed that. Thank you. Thank you for that. Focus. Appreciate you. That's how they get you. Look, this is how they get you.
People who were shot were in ICE custody. We're
Facts.
still waiting for authorities to confirm that information. Should it become available, we'll be sure to let you know both here on Fox
always.
5, Fox Local, and Fox5Atlanta.com. That is a story that is clearly developing. You can look for the latest on our air as well. We will be right back with more news and weather right after this.
Somebody said shoot on Fox. Okay, let's okay, we did learn that the shooter was white. So let's refresh this page. I don't know, bro. Not worth the trolling. Her hair is fire. I have no hair, so hey, I have no hair either, bro. So hey. Put in a search first. Look at accused shooter Patrick Joseph. Oh, that's his name? One second. Appreciate you, guy, for this. Hey, you always supporting, bro. I don't know why my shit is stuck in all caps, but we go let it be. Patrick Joseph.
From the ICE Enforcement and Removal Office. Good morning. My name is Joshua Johnson. I'm the acting field office director for ICE Dallas.
This is another shooter, bro.
I'll be brief with my comments, but I do want to start off by saying
another
thank
shooter.
you to the Dallas Police Department, Dallas FBI.
It's a shooter from Atlanta.
CBP, ETF, and virtually every law enforcement officer in North Texas for your support. This is the second time I've had to stand in front of you and talk about a shooter.
So many facts.
I think that the takeaway from all of this is that the rhetoric has to stop. There are people out there who are seeing what is being placed online, and they're coming and they're doing that.
See, They think that it's people out there who are really, bro, it's too late. The damage is already done. Let me fix this. The damage is already done. It ain't no reversing and fixing this. They are at war with their own people, bro. They're at war with their own people. They said that. They say he unalived himself. They didn't show it on the news in Atlanta. See? Pay attention. Phenotype, non-melanated eyes, facts. They're getting judged by their own facts. So how folks turn it on themselves? Karma is real. Yeah, karma real. Everything they design to harm black people is harming their own people. Like the GAY agenda. The GAY agenda. You know, even though it's in our community also, but let's be real. If you go out to the real world, that shit really affected their people, bro. So their people they really in that community, bro. And they believe in that more than they believe in MAGA. They believe in the GAY agenda more than they believe in MAGA. So if you talking down on them, they gonna turn on you. So they people, they at it, bro. They at it. Some whites are crashing out. Yeah. Good morning. What's poppin'? Simply beautiful. What's poppin'?
Acts of violence against ICE employees. So that's kind of all I have for today, is that it's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Again, thank you all so much. As it was said here today, if you do have any information, reach out to 1-800-CALL-FBI. Thank you.
That's how they get you, bro. They put those type of women pretty, and now you stuck in the matrix. You gotta focus, focus, focus. Oh, here we go.
Remember those.
How come thoughts and prayer? Here come thoughts and exactly. But when it's 10 people shot in Chicago, those animals are just out of control. 10. Come on, bro. We know why Chicago is the way it is. After they unalived Fred Hampton, they wanted Chicago the way they wanted it to be. We know why. When I was a kid, I was in a government bag kids holding area. They gave me a female hormone shot. I felt more female. Like, God damn. Yeah. And see, German, just imagine what they doing today. Imagine what they doing to kids today, bro. Imagine what kind of shots and pills they giving them. God damn, how many ass this shit got? Imagine what they doing today, bro. Putting in the foods.
Things up and create a lot of tension here in Dallas. We have seen it before with other situations.
Real news.
For them, I'm hearing from local leaders, their focus right now isn't just the investigation, but also trying to be as open as they can with the community, to share as much as they can, to keep obviously the investigation pristine, but also to make sure that they don't create any sort of chaos that could spill into the streets, create more protests, create frustration with the people that are living here on both sides of this issue.
And Maria, one of the first things the FBI official there mentioned was the fact that this is just the latest in a series of violent attacks at facilities like this, attempts. What did you make of that?
Diane, I think that not just his reaction and answer, but we have to also look at the ICE agent that was here, Joshua Johnson. And he basically said this is the second time he's had to make this sort of statement regarding, some of his agents being, targeted. He was clearly emotional in his own law enforcement way. He was uncomfortable, you could tell, being up there. I think for them, this is a big concern about what the repercussions could potentially be on the back.
I get it now. The shooter was really aiming at the officers. And the reason why they're not showing you the people who got shot is because I think some officers got popped. Because they're not showing you the people who got shot. They not hold on. Matter of fact, we've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. We haven't seen anybody. We haven't seen anybody. We haven't seen the shooter. We haven't seen the people he shot. We haven't seen. We've been bamboozled. We haven't seen anybody. The shooter, the people that got shot, the ambulance. We haven't seen no videos. Nothing. So, you know what told me that? When those dudes got up with the cowboy hat, and the first thing they said was, we have to stop the online rhetoric. So you telling me at this time you focus on online rhetoric, but you not focus on the people that got shot? You focus on online rhetoric, but you not focus on the people that got shot? Think about that, bro. We haven't seen nothing.
Backside of this. I mean,
ABC News Live.
ABC News Live.
Shit crazy. The AI images will come later. Exactly. When the hell they get real commercials on? The fuck? Oh, that's a Hulu ad. They trying to get their people back. False flag. It's crazy. We haven't seen anything. So these people can just come onto the internet, come to the news, and tell you. That's why I tell y'all, bro. Even with these news outlets or whatever, you really have to do your own research, because they will tell you something that never really happened, or it didn't happen the way they said it happened. So they control the plot. Long as they control the exactly, I say control the plot. They control the narrative. So long as they control the narrative first, they can create the images in your head and then come back later on.
Administration tries to link use
Okay,
of
y'all, this I want to
pregnancy
show.
to risk of
Okay, we'll get back to this. I wanted to show your boy Trump reading, bro. This shit was so funny. This shit, I saw this shit yesterday. This was the funniest shit ever, bro. Shout out to TikTok, man. I love TikTok. Let's go. What the fuck is this shit doing? I don't know, goddamn. I don't answer no motherfucking. Okay. I don't know, bro. Hold on. No. Okay. Thank you.
I've been on this earth for.
Hold on. I gotta show y'all.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen.
What's poppin'?
Okay. Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. During pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol effective immediately.
Now let me tell y'all something, bro. This how you know all this shit is the Matrix, bro. This how you know all this shit is a propaganda, and motherfuckers don't know what they talking about. They just following a piece of paper, bro. Your own president got up there and couldn't even read. You already know how it is when you reading something you don't give a damn about. This dude is trying to read, bro. He can't even read, dog. Anyone knows, if you don't know a word, this is what I do. If I don't know a word before I come onto YouTube, do a video, I'll look up that word. And I don't know if it's Louisiana thing or whatever, but sometimes I have problems pronouncing certain words. So I'll like look over that word and make sure I can actually say it. So you telling me the president of the United States is getting caught up in words? And you can taste that Tylenol. Like, dude don't care what's going on. That's why I tell y'all, stop stressing so much, bro. Like, take it easy. Because the people in so-called position of power, these people don't give a damn, bro. They don't give a damn. Look at this shit.
The FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen.
Facts.
Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol. During pregnancy can be associated
Shout out to Winfield.
with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. I'll say it. It's not good. For this reason, they are
Shout to Lafayette.
recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's, for instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think. But if you can't tough it out, if you can't do it, that's what you're going to have to do.
See, and I'm not going to say I finally figured it out, but the older I get, I understand. They get somebody like Trump, even with Joe Biden. Joe Biden had a lot of funny moments when he was the president. I get it now. All they need is a face. The people behind the scenes actually doing the work. So it's not Trump, it's not Biden, it's not these people, bro. It's the people behind the scenes. It's places like Izzy. You know, I ain't gonna say the name of the place, but Izzy. They control everything. It's the people behind the scenes, bro. They just put these puppets in front of us. Just like Obama. He was controlled too. Why you think he couldn't like really do nothing for black people, bro? He couldn't do shit for black people. They just wanted a face to rock us to sleep for 8 years. They wanted to rock us to sleep for 8 years. Give them what they want. And they rocked us to sleep. And now they 10 steps ahead, 100 steps ahead. The president don't matter, bro. They are puppets. Now, what they talk about, all that stuff, the racist stuff, yeah, that matters. But for real, it's the people behind the scenes, bro. That's what it is. It's the people behind the scenes. This is your president. Go back to Biden trying to read. Go back to Biden falling off bikes. And how are you the captain? How are you the #1 chief or whatever, and you falling off a bike, bro? Like, but I think they do that to trick other countries. They want you to think their president is weak, old, and I think they do that on purpose. So that's why they say they pick older people to be president instead of picking like young, because they know if they get somebody young and that starts asking questions, like even though your boy Charlie Kirk was racist or whatever like that, even though he was racist, I can say this, he didn't bow down and kiss the ring. So they couldn't allow him to become the president because they can't control him. They have to be able to control you all the way. Because I heard he turned down some money from Izzy. I heard he saw, like I say, he racist, but I can give him props for not bowing down and kissing the ring. He didn't bow down and kiss the ring. They offered him that money and he turned it down. See, Trump kissed the ring. That's why he talked like he talked. That's why he's saying National Guard, because he know nothing gonna really happen to him. But you gotta think about this. His own people tried to pop him too. But they telling you black on black crime, but his own people tried to pop him a few months ago. Think about that. So they at war with each other. Exactly. They at war with each other for real. But they trying to keep it, they trying to act like we still, no. We have nothing to do with what they got going on. Trump and them, all of them sold they soul, bro. And if you go back and watch that funeral, that Charlie Kirk funeral, bro, you go see that was nothing but a Klan rally. It was a Klan rally. It wasn't a funeral. None of his family spoke. Where was Charlie Kirk's family? His mother, his dad, his sister, his brother, cousin, auntie. None of them spoke. All you had was people, Caucasian people in suits. And Ben Carson, I think that's his name. Like, that was a Klan rally, bro. Go back and watch it, bro. The shit gets weirder and weirder, bro. It's crazy. Somebody said, gossip, yap, yap, yap. Who cares? Talk about more important things. Our salvation. Dr. Greenbody, how about you get on YouTube and you talk about things? How about you do that? How about you create your channel and you start talking? I hope people believe that this is real now. It's crazy, man. Charlie KK, they compare him to the Bible people. Bro, these people think they closer to Jesus, bro. They really think they closer to Jesus. But this from the slavery and shit, bro. That's why I say, me personally, I can't believe in the same God or whatever they believe in. I can't, bro. Something, I just can't do it. I can't do it. Knowing what they put my ancestors through and shit like that, I can't connect with them. We'll never be able to connect. You know, we could, you know, like I say, all of them not evil and stuff like that. But I know if all things fail, they go stick with their people, no matter what. No matter what, they go stick with their own people. And I'm gonna rock with mine. That's why they use a fake name and image. Facts. Well, let's go back to
autism. While the FDA says no studies have shown a causal link, the agency is still trying to change the label on Tylenol to warn.
Well, all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. This is a great live. I'm gonna start going live more. Still do my videos and stuff like that. But yeah, bro, look. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be out here stressed out, man, because these people, they playing games with the American people, bro. They playing games. They want you out here stressed out. They want you out here thinking that black people are this and that. When every day we wake up, we see it's them. They a sniper. Mass shootings every day. They popping activists. They trying to take out the president of the United States. Like, come on. Every day. But they telling you, black people this, black people that. And the news is them. They crashing out every single day. Every single day they crashing out. You know, so, hey, I appreciate everybody, man. I might go live later on today, but I'm dropping the videos tomorrow, and it is what it is, y'all. So I'm out. Thank y'all for everything. Peace.